Hello and welcome to Ask a Member. This is Ann Hughes with the Adrian Area Chamber of Commerce, and it's my pleasure today to welcome Jerry Gallatin, owner of Morning Fresh Bakeries. Welcome, Jerry.
Thank you, Ann. Nice to be here.
Thank you.
A little trouble, but I got it.
It's okay. You couldn't find us this morning. We move occasionally, you
Yes,
know.
we do.
Have to try to stay a step ahead of whomever.
Right.
But you found us, so that's okay. That's the important part. So, obviously, everybody knows that you and your wife Pat have been out there making donuts for a long time. How did you get started, and where and when?
Yeah. Actually, I kind of date myself, but I go back to high school, 1966. I grew up in Onstead and needed a summer job, and there was a donut trailer in the Irish Hills, and that's where I started. I worked summers for them, and actually all through college I went to school at Eastern, which was only about an hour away from there, so I would work a lot of weekends and summers, and other than since 1966, and other than one short stint one summer when I worked at Tecumseh Products while I was in college, that's all I've ever did, is make donuts. And when I got my degree from Eastern to teach school, teaching jobs, I was kind of a dime a dozen history and a phys ed guy, and I had a chance to buy a little bakery in Blissfield, Michigan, and thought, well, I'd do this for a couple of years, so I found a teaching job, and 40 years later, here I am.
Wow. So how long were you in Blissfield?
Well, we went there in '72. Sold the store in about '94, I think. This was after we had started the stores and bought the stores here in Adrian, and then we moved our operation to Adrian. I didn't own the building I was in. I was in a plaza in Blissfield. I didn't own the building, and we had ownerships of our properties here, so we thought it's kind of important to get our business in somewhere where we actually own the property. And,
Now,
so
did you have both locations right from the beginning? North Main and South Main?
No. We actually started the North Store first. It was had been a gas station at one time, and we have gas there now. But it was I bought it in '82, and it was things were tough, similar to the way economic conditions are now. So I got a good buy on it, on a land contract, and eventually I got one of our local banks to help us out, which they've always been very helpful, and we built a new building. We started with just a small one, and then we bought the South Main location in '85 in a tax sale.
Okay. What was in there before you?
On South Main, there was a donut shop. It started as a Dawn Donut, and then some other people had an independent, got behind in the taxes, and a group of investors who owned it actually came to me and said, would you be interested in buying this? And of course I wasn't that long. That was in '85, so we've been in business 13 years, but still haven't made a whole lot of money. So they really worked with me too. And that was really, I've been lucky, we've been lucky. We've had a lot of people who've been willing to take a chance on us over the years.
So tell us about the day in the life of a donut maker.
Well, it's not the time to get up and make the donut type of thing too much. At least in our operation, not only do we manufacture for our stores, but we have pretty large wholesale or routes that we do. We have a couple of trucks or vans that we use. So our day starts really the night before. We have people coming in at 7, 8, 9 o'clock at night and work all night. So it's almost like working a third shift. And we're usually finishing up at 4 or 5 in the morning. Okay, so it's a little different than the guy that, if you have one store and you're not having to distribute it anywhere, and you don't have a lot of volume, you can, you get up at that 3 o'clock and do it. And when I first started, it was the way I did it. But as we grew, you have to adjust things.
So how many donuts or sweet rolls do you make a day?
Well, it varies. The start of the week will be between 250 to 300 dozen. and that's donuts, that's not cookies, or that's just our donut operation. By the end of the week, when we get to and we're just like anybody in retail, it's 7 days a week, and our big days are the weekends, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We'll be running 500-600 dozens, so yeah, people buy dozens on the weekend.
That's amazing. I mean, you
It's a lot
can't
of
even
donuts.
comprehend
Yeah.
600
Yeah.
dozen
And then you
donuts.
times it by 12, a lot of handling, a
Yeah.
lot of handling.
Yeah. So, you put them right on the trays and put them in the trucks and out they go?
We have for our stores, we have, of course, we're in showcases, but anything that's delivered, we either put in a box, or we have cabinets that are, we can transport in and off the truck, and we put the trays right in those. And of course, strap them down because you're driving all over.
Yeah, oh, but you hate to open up that back door and see donuts flying all over it.
Well, that's happened, believe it or not.
I imagine.
It happened to me.
I imagine it is. So how far do you deliver your wholesale product?
Well, right now, we've got a route, we run, I guess the best way to put it would be we're down in Blissfield, and from there we get over into Monroe County. We get into, which would still be Monroe County, but down, we could actually go into the city of Monroe. We got quite a few accounts. And then we go into, down to Temperance and Lambertville. And we have just one stop in Toledo. We have some supermarkets, and they have one of their supermarkets in Toledo. We have to deliver there. So we used to be in Toledo real strong, but once we came to Adrian, we backed off that. So.
I can't even imagine having enough time, during the night to make that much product.
Well, we've got the thing streamlined, and I tell people, when I hire someone, I say, well, you're coming into a manufacturing setting. It might be donuts, it might be food, but it's no different than working in an assembly line somewhere where once it starts, it flows. We can run 500-600 dozen in about 8 hours, and we just really flows. But it is a manufacturing job. It's people don't view it that way, and I've even thought at times if we had gotten any bigger, I probably would have tried to maybe put a facility in the industrial park or something that
Commercial bakery?
Yes, and go that route, because you can automate more, but we never quite got there.
So the cream filling, the jelly, and the jelly balls, is that done by hand? Is that done automatically?
By hand. We have a hopper, what we call a hopper on base, and it fills 2 at a time. Yeah. So once we get to Punchki, which is really busy, that's when we do a lot of filling. We'll bring in about 3 or 4 of those bases just to do that, because we do about a week's worth of donuts basically in 1 day. So.
Wow, and that's not that far away.
No,
even though this is we're still anticipating
February 12th,
Thanksgiving and
by the way,
Christmas. I know. You got it marked in your calendar.
Yes,
haven't
I
you?
do.
Yeah, mine starts early this year. I noticed that the other day.
We never go to Florida in Punchki season.
No, I bet you don't. How many punchkis do you sell?
Oh, geez. Last year we sold, that was our best year. Yeah, even with the economy the way it is, I think we sold almost 2,500 dozen, which I don't know what that, I'd have to multiply it out. It's a lot of punchkis. And that was in a 48-hour period, about 48 hours.
That's amazing. But baked goods aren't the only thing that you do. You also have scrappy subs.
Yes.
And I know that's real popular, especially with the college students.
Kids, yeah. We needed something to offset our afternoons, because quite honestly, the bakery business is a morning business, and I wanted to do something, but I wanted it to be good. I just didn't want to get a prepackaged sandwich or something. Mm-hmm. And so we decided to try this, and we really, certainly my strengths in the production, and my weaknesses in the marketing end, obviously. And we really, I don't want to say we struggled, but it should have went a lot better than it did if I would have marketed it better. But it's caught on. It's did real well. So.
Oh, that's good, and you've got the restaurant
Yep.
in the front
Yeah,
of the
yeah,
bakery.
yeah,
And
they
there's
come in and get it.
all these people in there having rolls
Yeah,
and coffee,
yeah.
but
There's
what
always
else do you
people in
offer? I mean, you offer more than just rolls and coffee.
Well, we've got bagels, we have breakfast sandwiches, we have cupcakes, we have certainly cookies. We sell a lot of cookies. We do decorated cakes. We were in the wedding cake business, but we kind of shied away from that. It's a specialty that takes a lot of time. So we've got that, and then our subs, and we usually offer a couple soups a day. We've built a nice. It's been a gradual increase, but it's at a point where it's a big part of our business now.
That's good, and you never drive by or stop in that there aren't people sitting at the counter.
Yeah, never.
And good camaraderie too.
Yeah.
That's great.
A lot of problems get solved there.
Oh, I'm sure they do. They could probably do that. You probably help them solve those problems.
No,
Jerry.
I try not to.
Well, you're interested in those problems and the community. You sit on the
Absolutely.
Adrian City Commission.
Absolutely.
And I think that's an admirable thing to do, and a good way to give back to the community and take some leadership in helping plan for the future.
Well, thank you. You know, I've said to you a few times, I was so intense involved in my business for so many years that, you know, we contributed to things, but I didn't contribute myself, okay? I may have contributed money or product, but I'm at a point, my son-in-law and daughter are more and more involved, and you know, so I have the time, and I wanted to do something and hopefully continue to do things to give back to the community. You know, Adrian's been Illinois County, but Adrian's been very good to us.
Well, it's like everything else. It's reciprocal, and you give and you take, and
Absolutely.
And you've certainly given to the community well. One piece of your product that I forgot to mention was you're doing pretzels now on Saturday.
Soft pretzels, yeah. We have got them going. They're usually anywhere from 9 to 11. You can buy them. We're in making them, and there again, it probably isn't going as fast as as I would like it, I should say. But it's picked up, and we're going to stay with it, and I think it'll be a good thing.
Okay, well, we'll help you get the word out about that.
I appreciate
Okay, we'll get that out in the chamber happenings. Jerry, if somebody wants to call you to place an order, what number do they call?
Okay, the bakery number is 265-2993 South Main.
Okay.
And but they can also order from the North Main store, and they fax the orders over, and that is 265-6810.
Okay, very good. Located North Main, South Main?
Absolutely.
Okay, full
Absolutely.
service. Jerry Galvin, thank you.
Thank you, Ann. I appreciate it.